Hi, if you're someone who is looking to understand how much sugar can you consume in a day, then this video is for you. I am Ruma. I'm a certified fitness trainer. I'm a certified fitness nutritionist, and I am a women's fitness specialist from International Sports and Sciences Academy, USA, and National Academy of Sports Medicines, USA. Very recently, I was awarded the prestigious Time She Unlimited Rising Star Award by the Times of India Group for my work in the area of health and fitness. And in this video, I'm going to talk about sugar. Now, often people who come to consult me tell me that, Ruma, I don't consume too much of sugar, probably just half a teaspoon of sugar with my morning coffee and my evening tea. And where the fallacy of the statement is, we often tend to ignore the amount of sugar that is going in through our the other food items that we are having. For example, 2 slices of bread can have anywhere between 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar. A bowl of cereal, which is considered to be a healthy meal, can have about 3 teaspoons of sugar. Now, while all of this is happening, what also is happening is that there are a certain set of nutritionists who will talk about the dangers of sugar. And then there are celebrity nutritionists who go out on the press and say, have whatever you like, have everything that you want, and people are confused. So my purpose of doing this video was to bring you objective information using which you can make a decision about sugar. And at the end, I will also provide you my verdict for sugar. So as we get started on this topic, the number one thing that we need to understand is the kind of effect sugar has in our body. Number one is insulin resistance. Chronic high levels of sugar in our blood can lead to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a condition in the body when the cells can no longer absorb the sugar from the bloodstream. Now, this is a very important activity because the sugar that gets absorbed by the cell is then used towards running the other metabolic processes. So that is an important activity, and this activity gets hindered when due to insulin resistance. This can eventually, so what happens when the cells are no longer able to absorb the sugar? This sugar or glucose continues to run in our bloodstream, which can lead to diabetes, which can eventually lead to the damage of our kidneys, damage of our eyes, and damage of the nerves of our feet. Higher levels of sugar has also shown to increase cholesterol levels, the LDL levels in our blood, and also the triglyceride levels, which can put us at risk for cardiovascular diseases. Higher levels of sugar in our blood has also shown to increase body fat percentage, especially fat around the abdomen and around the upper back. Not just these, higher levels of sugar has also shown to accelerate aging, has results in Alzheimer's disease, results in cancer, and a lot of other things. Now, I'll go into details of some of the points that I covered. One is the relation between fat storage and insulin. Insulin is an anabolic hormone. What that means is that now in metabolism, we have two kinds of processes. One is catabolism, which is the breaking down, and another is anabolism, which is building up. That is what metabolism is about, breaking down and building up. Insulin is an anabolic hormone. And what that means is that insulin builds, and what it builds fat. Every time we consume sugar, insulin is released in the blood so it instructs the cells to absorb the glucose from the bloodstream into the cell. That is the role of insulin. Insulin also instructs our body to build fat, and it moves our body from a fat burning engine to a fat storage towards fat storage. So it moves from fat burning to fat storage. That is how insulin impacts our body. So if you are someone who is looking to improve your body composition, then the number one thing that you need to take care of is the insulin spike. And you can bring your insulin spike under control by having food which are lesser in sugar content. Number two is the damage that sugar has on our gut. The moment sugar-rich food often destroys the microbiome that we have in our intestine. Now, these gut bacteria, what they help in digestion of the food, they help in absorption of the nutrients, and also helps in a way. Also helps in releasing the energy to be used by our different metabolic processes. The moment this gut microbiome is destroyed or damaged, a lot of our metabolic processes are also compromised. Sugar is very, very addictive. Now, experts are agreeing that sugar is as addictive as cocaine. The moment we have sugar-rich food, insulin gets released in the blood. Whenever insulin gets released in the blood, there is a hike in our cravings, and we crave for more sugar-rich food. When we crave for more sugar-rich food, we end up having more sugar-rich food, and it releases more insulin, results in more craving, and results in intake of sugar-rich food. And this becomes a vicious cycle, and it's difficult for us to stop. What sugar also does is it releases a certain chemical called dopamine in our body, and dopamine is a feel-good hormone which kind of works with the reward system in our in our brain, and hence it also becomes difficult for us to give up sugar when we start intaking sugar. So you will see usually people who have higher levels, who have food which contains higher levels of sugar, are also people who find it difficult to give off sugar and have higher levels of craving. Okay, and the last one, this is very, very important for women too. So and hence women, please take closer attention to this point. As we age past 35, our body starts preparing for menopause. As we enter menopause, and during this time, after 35, the premenopause stage, our body is constantly producing lesser and lesser amount of estrogen. Estrogen is a reproductive hormone. Combination of estrogen and progesterone helps us to get our periods on time. Now, estrogen is one hormone, the production of which will come to a bare minimum once we reach menopause, but our body starts preparing for it from way before, say around the age of 35, typically. And estrogen is a hormone that also influences the regulation of insulin in our body. So what happens is when the estrogen levels are going down, our insulin levels are going out of control, because the level of estrogen that is needed to regulate insulin is not there anymore. Estrogen levels are coming down. And hence we also see a spike in our craving levels once we, as we age past 35, especially after 40. So it is very, very important for women to pay closer attention to the food that they are having. The more sugar-rich food that is in their diet, the more difficulty they will find in overcoming these cravings. Okay, and here I covered in this video, I covered the dangers of sugar. I hope with this information that I have given to you, the objective information that I have given to you, you should be able to decide how much sugar is good for you and how much sugar is good for you on a daily basis. Many people will say have sugar in moderation. Moderation is a very overrated word, especially when it comes to sugar, because sugar you cannot have in moderation. The moment you have less, you will have craving for more. The moment you have some more, you will have craving for more, and then it just goes on and on and on. So sugar is not something that I will put under the bucket of moderation. For me, it is either a 0 or a 1. It is there is no middle way about it. Either you stop it or you have it. If you have it, you continue to have it. If you stop it, you will never have it, right? So moderation in case of sugar doesn't work because of the reasons that I gave to you. So it is for you to decide how much sugar you can have to continue to live a healthy life and continue to have a happier future. My verdict is say complete no to sugar, wage a war against sugar. India is becoming the diabetic capital of the world, and we cannot continue to move on like this. And my verdict is say no to sugar. Okay. Now, with that, I come to the end of this video. And in the next video, I'm going to cover how you can overcome sugar cravings. So stay tuned for the next video as well. And before I sign off, I'm very happy to talk about the course that we have just launched for women called the Women's Health Mastery Starter Kit. It is meant for women who are looking to enhance their vitality, reclaim their youth, and live a life of their dreams. In this course, in a very step-by-step manner, I teach you every aspect of your health. If you want to know more about the course, please visit the link that is provided in the description box below, right underneath the video. All right, so stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to talk about how to overcome your sugar cravings. So until then, stay fit, stay healthy, stay happy.